Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I'm your host, Harrison Graham, back with a fresh batch of Kansas City Chiefs rumors and some news-related items as well. So appreciate everybody for tuning in to today's show. Now, before we do get into today's show, I do want to mention this. The Chiefs Report is now on Rumble, which I know a lot of you guys were excited about. We need more followers over there for more exclusive Chiefs content, more Chiefs news, rumors, and a whole lot more. All of our shows being published over there, plus some occasional bonus content. Give us a follow. We're like 200-something away from 1,000 followers. Rumble.com/ChiefsTV. Help us reach 1,000. We're like third in the pecking order here at Chat Sports. I want to be the fastest team channel to 1,000. We're trailing a couple of others. Rumble.com/ChiefsTV. Go check that out and give us a follow on Rumble. All right, let's get into today's Chiefs news and rumors. Story number one here. Are the Chiefs interested in Za'Darius Smith? It would appear that that is the case. He, of course, initially agreed to terms with the Ravens, backed out of that contract, and now he's starting to meet with some teams. Aaron Wilson of the Pro Football Network said this: Za'Darius Smith is meeting with the Vikings today, per a league source, while drawing interest from the Cowboys and Chiefs. So Minnesota, Dallas, Kansas City, kind of sounds like these are the three teams in the mix for the veteran pass rusher at this point in time. Now, I would love Za'Darius Smith in Kansas City. I think the Chiefs need another pass rusher badly, and he is someone that would certainly help. He's still under the age of 30, had two really good years in Green Bay before only playing in one game a year ago. I would like him, and I think for the right price, he would be a really, really good fit. What do you guys think? Should the Chiefs sign Za'Darius Smith? Type S for sign. Type P for pass. Let us know what you guys are feeling on this one. I would like to see it happen, so I'm going to type my S for sign. Now, Za'Darius Smith only played in one game last year due to injury. So obviously, he's coming off an injury. That factors in as players get older. Injuries tend to, increase, not decrease. Not that he has a history of injuries, but did miss all but one game a year ago. Now, in the 2 seasons prior, like I mentioned, this is one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. 26 tackles, 26 sacks. That's the correction there. These numbers are all one column off. We'll fix it later, Trace. But 26 sacks, 5 forced fumbles are the numbers you're looking for there. 26 sacks, 5 forced fumbles. The point is, when healthy, Za'Darius Smith is very good. I'm talking very, very, very good. 10-plus sack guy per year when he's healthy. I still think he can be that, and I think he can fit in well on this defensive line. And quite frankly, you're one starter short on this defensive line right now. You've got Frank Clark, who's coming back. You agreed to terms on that one. Derek Nottie re-signed. We talked about that as well. Chris Jones is in the fold, but who's going to be that other defensive end? Could it be Za'Darius Smith? Michael Dana, I like. I don't know if he's ready to be a starter, though. You could certainly draft somebody in the first round if you want to go that route. Maybe a David Ojabo could fall to you at 30 following his injury, but he's not going to be ready for week 1 now. So lots of things to consider, but Za'Darius Smith with Nottie, Jones, Clark, and Tershawn Wharton and Michael Dana, Kalen Saunders, maybe Josh Kando gives you something this year. That's not a bad defensive line whatsoever. Now make sure you guys subscribe to the Chiefs Report for the best Chiefs news and rumors here on the internet. Be sure to turn on those notifications after you hit that subscribe button. We will have you guys covered throughout the NFL offseason. Free agency is ongoing. The NFL draft will be here before you know it. We will be your hub for Kansas City Chiefs news and rumors, so go ahead and subscribe today. Should the Chiefs sign Orlando Brown to a contract extension soon? Obviously, he's currently under the franchise tag, but he is, someone who we've talked about is going to get an extension and needs to get an extension. Bleacher Report came out with an article of one move every team should make this offseason, and they said that they should extend Orlando Brown ASAP, and I agree because a couple of things happen. One, it lowers his cap hit for this year, so it gives you some cap flexibility for this season. 2, you just want to send that message of, hey, we traded for this guy, we believe in this guy. He is a long-term piece on this football team. Now, I firmly believe that Orlando Brown will have a new deal before training camp. I just do. That's just what I think is going to happen. That's what should happen, and I think that's what will happen. But the sooner the better. If it happens today, I'd be thrilled because then you have more money to play with in free agency, while his current cap hit is the entire franchise tag. You can lower that number very, very easily. You look at this depth chart right now. This offensive line, in one offseason last year, has really become nasty. Also, the Chiefs signed Jaron Christian the other day. He's going to be the swing tackle. If healthy, I expect Lucas Niang to start, but if not, you've got Andrew Wiley back who can start over there. The starting five is great. The depth of Christian Allegretti, and then you've got Wiley in there as well. I mean, this offensive line goes 8, 9, 10 deep. It's a loaded unit, whereas in the Super Bowl a couple of seasons ago, they had hardly any quality starters because of all the injuries. Kudos to Brett Veach for resetting this unit, and now he's got to keep not Lucas Niang, maybe him long term, but also Orlando Brown. Time to get a contract done. Let's get this going. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it should lower his cap hit for this year, which is obviously very good. Do the Chiefs have the best O-line in the NFL? I think it's a fair question. Type Y for yes, type in for no. Let me know. What do you guys think? Do the Chiefs have the best O-line? All right, let's talk more JuJu Smith-Schuster. Contract details have emerged, plus I'll talk about his fit within this offense a little bit as well. This is pretty interesting. His base salary is actually only $3.25 million, and only about $2.5 million of his total $10.75 million of potential earnings is guaranteed. So you're talking like a quarter, less than a quarter guaranteed, and then less than a third in base salary. There has $7.5 million in incentives. So obviously, games played, yards, how far the Chiefs go, etc. That can help him make more money. But let's be honest, this is a great contract for Kansas City. I liked it at 1 year, 10.75, assuming 6 or 7 would be guaranteed, but only 2.5 is, and only 3.25 is his base salary. Structured it really well. JuJu said he wants to come in here and he wants to win. He's focused. And I think he should be, because he wants to hit the open market with the chance to cash in on a multi-year deal next offseason. So I think he's going to be a nice fit. We'll talk about the X's and O's fit in just a second. But when you think about those contract details, grade them for me. Grade his contract with the Chiefs. A, B, C, D, or F. I got to go A. I think it's a really good deal for the Chiefs. Potentially a good deal for JuJu if incentives are met, but let's say he doesn't play well or he gets hurt, no harm, no foul for the Chiefs. Obviously, they'll have to try and replace his production, but it's a low-risk move for a player that's at times looked like a number one receiver. Now, I think JuJu will mostly play slot for this offense, big slot weapon. I think that's where they'll utilize him but he's got that flexibility to play on the outside. I think Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman will be more of your outside receivers, and JuJu Smith-Schuster will be that big slot, which, if healthy, should be an upgrade, over a guy like Byron Pringle, who signed with the Bears. Although Pringle has a little bit more speed, JuJu has a little bit more upside overall. I think that's where we'll see him quite a bit. Josh Gordon in there is your number 4. We'll see if Cornell Powell factors in this year, Marcus Kemp, etc. Now you look at JuJu's stats in his career, like I said, kind of all over the place. Was hurt last year, only played in 5 games. But I mentioned at times he's looked like a number 1. In 2018, he put up number 1 receiver type of numbers. I don't expect that in this offense because there's too many weapons. But could he give you a season like he did in 2017 or 2020, where he's like 800-900 yards, 6 to 10 touchdowns? I think it's possible. I think it's at least a possibility. I'm excited to see how Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy, Patrick Mahomes get these guys involved, and how JuJu fits into all of it. Like I said at the beginning, make sure to follow us on Rumble, as the Chiefs Report is now publishing videos over there. More news, rumors, exclusive content. We have you guys covered on Rumble, rumble.com/ChiefsTV. That is rumble.com/ChiefsTV.